misunderstanding. I'm Zooey.
And I think it feels unreal for my family as well, just because I'm their kid, you know, for my parents. I'm just their daughter, trying to be an actor, and here I am.
Even after all that time that you still get mistaken for Mila Kunis, is that real?
I do. It still happens. I mean, I met her maybe 10 years ago. I was very excited to meet her. I was such a massive fan, and everyone...
The crowds parted, and there was Lady Gaga, and she's heading right towards me. And she says, "Thank you, your performance in American Hustle, Amy."
We're highlighting celebrity doppelgangers who could easily trade places without anyone batting an eye. Did any of these duos trick you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Henry Cavill, Matt Bomer. Is it a bird? A plane? No. Wait, which one is Superman?
What's your cover?
Jack Debbie, Antiquities team, specializing in Greek and Roman sculpture.
Henry Cavill and Matt Bomer are so strikingly similar that it feels like they were designed in the same genetic lab.
Bang, bang, boom!
From the dark, perfectly coiffed hair to those piercing blue eyes and jaw lines sharp enough to sculpt marble, these two are practically carbon copies. The resemblance is so uncanny that when Cavill was cast as Superman, many fans were convinced it was Bomer who had snagged the iconic role. Fun fact, Bomer was actually in the running to play Superman years earlier in an action-packed spy thriller. Zooey Deschanel. Katy Perry.
No. Sorry. Misunderstanding. I'm Zooey.
Big blue eyes? Check. Dark hair? Check. Iconic bangs? Double check. Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry are so alike that even their own fans can't tell them apart. And sometimes even celebrities have trouble. Before Katy Perry hit it big,
Change your mind like a gut.
she was frequently stopped by people convinced she was Zooey Deschanel. And Zooey? She's been mistaken for Katy so many times that she's practically given up on correcting people. The mix-up reached new heights when Perry released her Teenage Dream music video, and fans were absolutely convinced she'd cast Zooey as her body double. Honestly, these two are practically begging for a musical comedy about long-lost sisters. Hollywood, it's time to make it happen. Their infectious energy and spot-on comedic timing. Tom Hardy, Marshall Green. Actor Logan Marshall Green looks so much like Tom Hardy.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
That even their most dedicated fans have been fooled. If you've ever watched a film convinced it was Hardy,
these are ancient civilizations. They were separated by centuries. They shared no contact with one another.
only to discover it was Marshall Green, don't feel bad. You're far from the only one. From their matching scruffy beards and piercing eyes to their signature smirks and deep, rugged voices, these two are practically doppelgangers. They're so similar that social media often erupts with jokes about them being the same person. Let's be real. Hollywood is seriously missing out on casting them as rival spies in a high-stakes action thriller. The resemblance alone would have audiences glued to their seats. Margot Robbie, Jaime Pressly. Margot Robbie and Jaime Pressly look so much alike it's almost unsettling. The blonde hair, striking blue eyes.
You know, the life of a carnival worker keeps me free and untethered.
I know. That's why I was immediately attracted to you. I could tell you were an outlaw.
Razor-sharp jawlines, and those dazzling smiles. It's like they were separated at birth. Seriously, are we absolutely sure they're not the same person? Even the most devoted fans have done a double take.
You know, the life of a carnival worker keeps me free and untethered.
I know. That's why I was immediately attracted to you. I could tell you were an outlaw.
And plenty of people are convinced Pressly is Robbie's long-lost older sister. One viral Reddit thread captured the confusion perfectly when someone shared side-by-side photos with the caption, "I just found out these are two different people. My entire life is a lie." Honestly, at this point, it feels just as plausible that one of them is time traveling between decades. Hollywood, if you're reading this, a mother-daughter drama or a sci-fi movie about clones is practically begging to happen. Brittany Murphy, Lily Reinhart.
Playing our song, the one that Alton and I danced to. Rolling with Robbie.
When Riverdale star Lily Reinhart rose to fame, fans couldn't help but marvel at how much she resembled the late Brittany Murphy. The likeness is uncanny.
And I think it feels unreal for my family as well, just because I'm their kid, you know, for my parents. I'm just their daughter, trying to be an actor, and here I am.
Blonde hair, delicate features, and those soulful, expressive eyes. The resemblance was so striking that some fans even spun wild conspiracy theories, suggesting Reinhardt was Murphy reincarnated. Of course, that's impossible. Murphy tragically passed away in 2009, and Reinhardt was born in 1996. But it's easy to see why the internet couldn't stop talking about it. During the 2018 Met Gala, Reinhardt's stunning look set social media ablaze, with fans swearing she was Murphy's twin. It's no stretch to say that if Hollywood ever decides to make a Brittany Murphy biopic, there's only one name that needs to be on the casting call: Lily Reinhardt. So chose Chase Crawford, Ian Somerhalder. One is Nate from Gossip Girl.
Blair's gonna freak out. I mean, this is a total lie.
The other is Damon from The Vampire Diaries.
Let me show you.
But honestly, are we sure they're not the same person? Chase Crawford and Ian Somerhalder have more in common than just heartthrob status. From their piercing blue eyes and sharp jawlines to their effortlessly tousled hair, these two look so alike that even their most loyal fans have to do a double take. Add to that their signature smolder and mischievous charisma, and it's no wonder they both excel at playing brooding bad boys. Let's face it, if you ever see Crawford in a vampire flick, you might just assume it's Somerhalder moonlighting as his lookalike. Even Hollywood can't deny the resemblance. When these two finally crossed paths, they laughed about how often they get mistaken for one another. Now all we need is a thriller where one plays the hero and the other the villain. Come on, Hollywood, this is too perfect to pass up. Mila Kunis, Sarah Hyland.
Even after all that time that you still get mistaken for Mila Kunis, is that real?
I do. It still happens. I mean, I met her maybe 10 years ago. I was very excited to meet her. I was such a massive fan, and everyone always told me that I looked like her.
Mila Kunis and Sarah Hyland look so much alike that even Kunis herself has admitted it. For years, fans have pointed out the striking resemblance between Hyland, best known for her role as Haley Dunphy on Modern Family,
and she was like, and sometimes I pretend to be you so I feel like I'm young.
And Kunis. From the dark hair and big brown eyes to those killer cheekbones, the similarities are undeniable and almost eerie. At one point, a fan was so convinced Hyland was Kunis that they refused to believe otherwise until Hyland literally had to show her ID at a bar to prove it. Kunis has fully embraced the comparison, joking that if Hyland wants to pretend to be her, she can go ahead. Amy Adams, Isla Fisher. Ever found yourself confusing Amy Adams and Isla Fisher? You're not alone. Even some celebrities have admitted they struggle to tell them apart. In fact, Lady Gaga once confessed she couldn't differentiate between the two.
The crowds parted, and there was Lady Gaga, and she's heading right towards me. And she says, "Thank you. Your performance in American Hustle, Amy, was..." And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's Lady Gaga. I love her so much. I don't want to tell her the truth.
And honestly, it's easy to see why. Isla Fisher took the confusion to another level when she sent out Christmas cards featuring Amy Adams' face instead of her own, just to see if anyone would notice. The result? Not a single family member caught on. Imagine the shock of discovering years later that your holiday photos weren't even your own face. Still trying to figure out who's who. Here's a quick guide. Amy Adams is known for her roles in Enchanted, American Hustle, and Arrival, while Isla Fisher stole the spotlight in Wedding Crashers, Now You See Me, and Confessions of a Shopaholic. At this point, these two should embrace the mix-up and play long-lost sisters in a movie. Hollywood, what are you waiting for? This duo would make the perfect on-screen pair. Which duo took you by surprise the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Drew and Jonathan Scott, better known as the Property Brothers, are identical twins. But what if Hollywood secretly gave them a long-lost triplet?
I'm glad you love it.
Thank you.
Congrats again.
For everything.
Thanks, you guys. Congrats, Olivia. See you guys. See you. You're home.
Enter Harry Connick Jr., who looks so much like them that even the brothers couldn't argue the resemblance. When the trio finally crossed paths on Connick Jr.'s talk show, they took a side-by-side photo and fans went wild.
So, I'm not sure if you guys know, I don't talk about them a lot, but I actually have two brothers, and they're here, and I don't want to get too emotional about it. Guys?
Seriously, it's It's like someone copy-pasted their genes. Honestly, if Connick Jr. decided to crash a home renovation show, viewers might just assume the Property Brothers expanded their crew.